Today I'm talking with Bill Connors, speech-language pathologist and owner of Aphasiatoolbox.com, and Christine Huggins, co-founder of the Aphasia Recovery Connection and feature correspondent for Aphasia Toolbox. Bill, my first question is for you. People often describe aphasia as a language disorder or speech disorder exclusively. However, we've been finding that aphasia is much more than simply a language problem. How would you describe aphasia?
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Christine. Yes, indeed, aphasia is more than just a language problem or just a speech problem in almost all cases. Foremost are issues with cognitive skills, such as verbal working memory, attention, cognitive flexibility, and things like learned helplessness and learned inattention. So that means that a truly effective treatment and practice program is going to incorporate and address these problems. They're also going to use all forms of technology in that a treatment program and practice, especially things such as telepractice. So let's talk a little bit about how we can use telepractice and work on some of the other issues related to aphasia recovery when we're turning a person with aphasia into a person recovering from aphasia. So Christine, I'd like to ask you, have you ever used telepractice or telepractice technology while you were working on your aphasia and maybe with other people?
Yes, probably every week I use technology probably 10 hours or more.
Okay. And what about telepractice? Have you ever worked with a therapist internet?
Yes, I am so thankful I met Bill and we practice online every week.
Okay. Do you feel that that works pretty well compared to face-to-face?
I think the positive is nice for writing down for the words, and then you see the person's face. And it is really good for typing, and is like a writing or reading, and then you see the sounds too.
So you can hear it, you can see the person, and you do a lot of typing on it, a lot of keyboarding. My second question, Christine, is in your recovery, do you work on some of those other skills, the cognitive skills, like your memory for words or your memory for syllables? Do you work on attention skills? How long can you focus? Where do you focus?
Yes, I think probably maybe 1 year or more, I tried the flash spelling, and then you have different times for your speed. I think it's really good for practicing a word or a simple sentence, and then you repeat the word. And I think now Bill and I worked for more complex sentences. Like before you leave, you need to shut down the computer. And it's really good for a timeline and the sentence.
Okay. So it sounds like you started working on your memory for letters and spelling, and you kind of moved forward to working on remembering words to be able to put them into a sentence. And it sounds like the next thing you're trying to do is be able to hold a couple phrases in your head while you put them in a different order in a sentence. Okay.
Yeah,
so
it's
memories
really
are pretty
complicated.
Human communication is complicated, but you got to make the practice simple but yet robust. I hear you. One other thing then, as we look at some of the other issues related to aphasia, Christine, have you had any special problems with speech sounds and the syllables that a word has, and knowing syllables, hearing sounds? We call that phonological aphasia, and I find that to be one of the most undertreated parts of aphasia?
Yes, I think it's really good for the sounds, like a P and B is really close for the sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And we practice the sounds, and I tried a mirror and really good for practice for ba 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 and pa 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 pa, and then you switch the words like pa ba ba, and it's really complicated but really good for the sounds. And then we were working for the same sound, like up, up, down. Oops. I think from, forgetting is like the sound, but it's good for one syllable, 2 syllables, and 3 syllables.
So it sounds like you started working with individual sounds and vowels, consonant and vowels, started to put them into some rhythm with your syllables, and then now you're at the point where you want to be able to know how many syllables are in a word before you say it, 1 or 2 or 3. Yes. So you were using that increasing syllable protocol at Aphasiatoolbox. Okay, and that's right. I think it's very important that you get that syllable structure back first, even before you get your sounds and vowels, perhaps. Okay, well, I think that our takeaway message then is that aphasia is really different for each person, and that each person recovering from aphasia presents with a unique set of skills, problems, and impairments. So that would mean then, Sharon, that our definition of aphasia is that aphasia is different for each person.
Thank you, Bill and Christine, for your insights. It's truly interesting how the different facets of communication, speech, and cognition need to be addressed in order to maximize a person's recovery from aphasia. And as Bill, as you said so well, aphasia is different for each person. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you guys later.